Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, Coffee Tea Paper. My name's Louise. Last week for week 10 for our calm journal prompts, we got this card, Live in Each Moment. And to decorate my spread, I created a series of life vignettes, life moments. I thought I'd share with you a few little moments that I like to do each evening that I'm home and it's just a little ritual that I do to wind down in the evening just before everybody comes together to have dinner and relax in the evening. So I like to go outside if the weather's okay. I love that moment. Sometimes you can get that nice moment of sunset. Sometimes it's the moment just before where you still have the blue sky of the day, but if there are clouds, they get this slight golden reflection on them where the sun is starting to set and they're just getting hit with that last bit of golden sunlight. And I love that moment. And then I like to go and check on my house plants, see that everyone's doing okay, and if anyone needs some water, top them up with some water, or if their leaves need a bit of dusting, so forth. I do that. I like to light some candles. I have to be careful, I can't let the birdies out. If we've got candles lit, the last thing we want is a flaming cockatiel flying around the house. That would not be very conducive to relaxing. This week, which was quite a lovely moment, given that I had here in one of the little vignettes a lady putting some flowers in a vase. My daughter actually brought home a bunch of flowers for me, which was just lovely. I didn't realize they were for me. I thought she bought them for herself. It just didn't occur to me that she was giving them to me. So it was an extra special moment that she had thought to do that for me, which was lovely. So I just took a moment to enjoy having them as well. I guess those sorts of little rituals that we have, it is about living in the moment, having appreciation for the day that's been, winding down and having that sort of state of readiness, I guess, to come to the next day. I hope you enjoyed that little series of my moments, my life vignettes, and we'll have a look at what the little box of calm has for us for next week. Oh, I just wanted to show you as well. Each week I'm using one of my fountain pens and I'm using a different ink that I feel ties in with nicely with the spread. So this week I've been using my Conklin and I've just had an ink cartridge in it. This is the Ancient Copper by Diamine ink. Okay, I just went and grabbed myself a cup of coffee and yeah, finally it's starting to feel a bit cooler today. Today is International Women's Day. So a happy International Women's Day to everyone. We live with hope for change. Okay, let's see what the little box of calm has in store for us for week 11. We can put away. Oh, look at this. We're halfway through this insert. Oh my gosh. That's a bit scary, isn't it? Okay. Put this on away. See what we get. Lao Tzu. Lao Tzu. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. I am not 100% sure, but I did study for a while there ancient Chinese history, and I think if I recall correctly, Lao Tzu or Lao Tzu, Lao Tzu is the almost legendary man who is credited with starting the Taoist religion, I think. um, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but that is what I recall. And that does strike me as a statement that it would be good to meditate upon. Anyway, to that end, what are we going to do with it? I quite like the simplicity of this one. I like the kind of watercolory, inky background that to me sort of implies still waters. Yeah, nice. It's a nice one. I like it. I'm happy. Hope you're happy too. Okay, I am going to have a bit of a rummage around. I am thinking this watercolory background is making me want to get out and play with some of the granulating watercolors that Ali sent me last year. Okay, so the first thing I want to do before I really do anything else much is to put down a bit of a wash of colour, hopefully like this, using these granulating watercolours that Ali sent me to try. Let's just see if we can get something similar to the card on the page first. I think I might have to put water on the page first. Gonna get all crinkly because it's not watercolor paper, but that's okay. I don't mind. Oh, you're starting to see a bit of the granulating effect there. This would obviously look better on watercolor paper, but that's okay. Might try and do some. It's a bit of a puddle there, isn't it? I don't know if that was very, as I keep going, well advised. Oopsie, I think someone in my coffee. We'll let that sit and see what happens, and I'll finish my coffee and we'll play some more. I think it's pretty much dry. It might still just be slightly damp, but while we're letting that just finish off, I'll just show you the few bits and pieces I collected. I have this girl pet tape, and she's just sitting there looking quiet and still. She embodied that idea of being still, and the colours in here I thought go nicely with the Bird Island PET tape that I have as well. If you're new here, I really like birds. I like them a lot. If you're an old hand here, you'll know all about me and my birdies. And then I was thinking about putting some sort of framing in, but then I don't really like the idea of framing anyone or putting a border around anything here, because we're thinking about the universe and the whole universe. And I don't know about you, but I have this idea that it's very vast. And the idea that the whole universe, or the knowledge of the universe, surrendering to that, gives this impression of just infinity and no borders and no boundaries. So I don't think I'll be using a frame to frame anything, but I do want to write down the words from the quote. So I might use one of these to put that on, and I like the white text, so I might try and experiment with my white gel pen here on one of these to write the words. So I'm just going to get cutting and doing some fussy cutting and some sticking down. So I'll just put some nice music on and see where we end up. My friends, I'm going to finish up there. Really pleased with this. I like the granulating watercolor background, and I'm glad I went with the speckles. And look, I even got some on the card, so they match now because I made a bit of a mess. I'm not normally into a bit of glitz and gold, but I like this idea of bits of the universe with the stars kind of just floating in almost like thought bubbles as this lass sits here being still and mindful, and the birds are flocking around, perhaps creating the background music, or I don't know. That got very philosophical very quickly, didn't it? Anyway, if you're joining in with the Calm Journal prompts, the hashtag is CTP 2024 Calm Journal prompts, and you can either leave that here on YouTube or you can post a picture over on Instagram. If I miss it, please send me a message because I would love to see. Don't think it's you know, that you're bothering me or it's a hassle or anything like that. I know some of you have private accounts, and I might miss it. So yeah, just let me know. Just send me a message here on YouTube or on Instagram. I just love seeing everybody's pages. A little shout out to Julia, to Jean, to Satu, to Ali. They're just some names that jump out at me at the moment of people who've been joining in with the prompts. It's lovely to see. Anyway, I'll leave you with a few little close-ups, and I will see you in the next video.